Welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys how to do some skin tones and a way to view them on your waveform. So we have this shot here. Here's after the color, and here's before. So let's walk you through the node tree. So we have a few nodes here. The first one is a balance node. I have a saturation and a skin, and then a couple of windows here just to control both sides of the shot. So I'll shut everything off and we'll walk through the node tree. First one's balance, and as you can see, I just brought the exposure down. Second one, I added some saturation, so you can see a little bit of color comes in on the brick and the skin tone here. Third window here, I grabbed a qualifier and just qualified her face essentially, but it brought in his skin and this wall, all the stuff that was like similar. And I did put a power window on there at one point, but I ended up liking what it was doing with the saturation of the brick, so I ended up leaving it. And then I have a mixer node here, and that's feeding into this window. And if we turn the window on and highlight, you can see this first one just controls the right side of the screen. So if we shut that on and off, and get rid of the highlight, you can see it just kind of controls the exposure on that side. And then this next node is an outside node. So if you make a node with a window or something like that, you can right click it, say add node outside, and this gives you this alpha feed automatically out. And essentially it does the opposite of whatever is on your first window. So here on the first window, it's whatever's on the right side of the screen, and if we click the next one, it automatically takes that window information and applies it to this side. So now I can control what's exposed on the left side of the screen. Now to get good skin tones, you need to know where your skin is sitting. So I'm going to open up our scopes here. You can use this little arrow, the little four-corner arrow, or Command-Shift-W. And that'll open up your scope so you can move that to another monitor if you want. What we're going to do is focus on this vector scope here on the right. So choose vector scope, choose your option sliders here, and make sure these are selected. R2 times zoom. So you can see that zooms it up and kind of gives a magnified view. And then most importantly is the show skin indicator. So watch when I click this on and off, you can see a little line appears right here. And that is your skin tone indicator. So let's click off of this and we'll watch this section here. So I'll go back to our skin node, hit Shift H. That's just going to show our highlighted section. And in this case, I will actually turn the power window back on because this is just isolating her face. So it gets a little more narrow view of just the skin. And now if we look at the vector scope, you can see with just this highlighted version, this is where the skin is sitting, is right on that line. And you can look at my gamma, I've pushed it way over here to get it to sit there. So I just dialed it in until that hit that line, and that'll work for different shades of skin tone. So if it's lighter or darker, line it up to there. It'll be more or less saturated. And then you can actually change the saturation as well, depending on what the rest of your shot looks like. So you can go too far if you don't pay attention. Now you can see her face looks a little oversaturated here, but if I take the power window off, it kind of blends in with the rest of the scene because we get some warmer tones surrounding it. So that was just a secondary decision. But using that scope can let you know where your skin tones are supposed to sit. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Use your skin tone indicator and highlight the skin that you're looking to dial in. And that's all you got to do. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.